Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you a bunch of brushes that I recently purchased. These are to complete my sets in my professional makeup kit. Basically, I have had some trustworthy, amazing brushes I've always loved, and then I had a bunch of brushes that were kind of like backup brushes. If you're a pro, you know what I mean, where it's like you have the holy grail brushes you use all of the time, and then you have those brushes where you're like, I may need this, and you literally never use them, and it just adds up. So recently, because of everything that's going on, I did the long overdue process of trying to complete more sets. So now I'm going to have 8 complete sets of brushes that are all pretty similar or identical. And that way I know how they perform. I know they're going to work and do the job while I'm in the groove, and I also can keep them completely separate so that there's no cross-contamination or anything like that. So I have little reusable bags that are coming from Amazon later this week, and I'm going to put each brush set in a bag so that they're all by themselves for each client. And then I can just put the dirty brushes in the bag, clean the brushes, clean the bag, and we're good to go again. So there was a lot of research that went into this because the fave brushes that I have, unfortunately, it's not like I could buy all of them right now. You know, we've been out of work for 3 months, and I'm kind of just buying the necessities at this point. So I need the brushes, but I knew that I could get inexpensive brushes because, again, I'm getting like 6, 7, 8 pairs of these brushes. It really adds up. So I did a lot of research, and here's what I found. I did 3 orders. I went through Royal Langnickel, Morphe, and Crown Brush. Probably most of you have heard of Morphe. Crown Brush you may have heard of, and Royal Langnickel has different kind of sub-brands under their brand. So let's start there. So I actually got a free brush from Royal Langnickel. So that'll be fun to use. I'm like, woohoo! Spent all that money. I got a little freebie. Oh, by the way, if you are ordering from any of these brands, before you complete your order, always look up a coupon code, because I looked up coupon codes online and I got 3 of them. I got coupon codes for all of them from like Retail Me Not and all that stuff. So make sure you are saving as much money as possible. So first I got this Chic Pro Brow Liner brush. So I got plenty of these. So I'm going to show you like one of each. Obviously there are a ton. But I love angled brushes, both for actual eyeliner as well as filling in the brows with some brow powder. So I needed a bunch of these. Next I got the Chic Pro Spot Concealer Brush. So just a typical concealer brush to apply concealer. I use cream concealer most times. Next I got these Revolution Eye Blenders. So these are to blend eyeshadow. I can't remember the brand right now. It might be, I think it's from Crown Brush. I was trying to get something that is very similar because Crown Brush had them out of stock, and it's one of my absolute favorite blending brushes, and it actually was more affordable, but again, out of stock, and I was kind of under a time crunch. So I got these instead. So they're very similar shape, so I know they'll work the same, and it's from Royal Langnickel. Next, I got these Chic Synthetic Angled Eyeliner brushes. So basically, the chubbier ones are going to be for brows. The skinnier ones are going to be for liner. That was kind of my thought process there, because I need 2 angled liner brushes, but they serve 2 different purposes. So I got different types so that when I can see them visually, I know what I'm about to do. I got these Brush Essentials. This is Royal Langnickel as well. Lip brushes. Just your typical skinny lip brush. And that is it from Royal Langnickel. Next, we're going to go over the Morphe brushes that I got. So Morphe is one of those brands. I am not a fan of their actual makeup, but I love their brushes. So their brushes are good. I mean, they're pretty inexpensive. I like how they perform. They don't really shed too much, and I've had good luck with them. So one of the brushes that I absolutely love is the M510. This is a fluffy highlight brush. So you just get, I use it on myself too. So I love it for myself and my kit. And it just gives that really nice glowy look without applying too much or too little product. So I got more of those. I got the M432. This is a straight liner brush. So I really like these for under the eye. So if I'm going to smoke out some eyeshadow, that's what I really love with this. Next, I got the E8, which is very interesting because they actually changed the color of this. The one that I have in my kit and the one that I have in my personal kit is lighter on the top, and now it's like this kind of reddish brown. So I don't know why they did that, but it's still the same brush. This is amazing for blending out concealer under the eye. It's flawless. I love it. Lastly, we're going over Crown Brush. So first of all, I'd love to shout out that Crown Brush packaged these this way. They packaged all of my same brushes in individual baggies so that it's easy just to see, okay, I got this many of this, and like it's simple. Versus the others are just kind of flung all over the place. So I appreciate that. The first brush I got from Crown is this Tapered Duo Fiber Brush. So this is a really, really nice brush for applying moisturizer, applying traditional foundation, just blending kind of buffing cream product out. Really, really nice. I also want to give you a little fun fact. So I believe it was this brush and 2 or 3 others that I'm going to be showing here. These brushes are the exact same that you can buy at Morphe. When I was doing my research, these are like at least a couple dollars cheaper each than Morphe. But when I tell you they are the exact same, they don't even try to hide it, because I believe it was this one. This one says C427. If you look up M427 on Morphe's website, you'll find this style brush. So it's the same number, but it's C for Crown and M for Morphe. Food for thought. So I'm pretty sure the public can also purchase Crown Brush. So if you're looking to save money and you originally were looking at Morphe brushes, just cross-check with Morphe and Crown. Crown doesn't have every single Morphe brush because I still obviously bought the ones that I did. They did not have the same ones at Crown, but there were several, so do your research. Next I got the 404 Small Duo Face. So this basically is like this small kind of stipply brush. So this is really nice for, again, foundation, cream products, things like that. Even like a little bit of highlight, a little bit of cream blush. Really, really nice kind of brush. I love the duo fiber stipple brushes. They've always had a special place in my heart because the first expensive brush I ever bought was from Sephora, and it was a stipple brush. So, but ever since then, I've like fallen in love with them. This doesn't have a number on it, but it's just a flat foundation brush, just a very typical foundation brush. But these are good to have in your kit. They are good for typical foundation. They're good for moisturizer. Again, they're good for several things. So that's mainly what I look for in brushes, is if I can use them for multiple purposes, it's definitely more worth my money. So this is the one brush I'm not sure if it's going to work for the purpose that I got it for. So again, when you're looking online and you're doing your research, you're thinking you're getting dupes. Most of them I was really lucky and I got pretty good dupes. This one, first of all, it's a completely different kind of brush. It has these little divots to hold it, which I think are very interesting, and it's white. But I don't really care about that. The thing I care about is this almost seems more like a dense buffing foundation brush. I got these to be blush brushes. I thought they were just a little bit looser, just to kind of pack on the blush before I blend it out with a blending brush. It may still work for that purpose because usually I put the blush on and then I also blend it out, so it may still work. I really just got to play with this and try it first. But yeah, so I got these with the intention of blush. So I got the C330 Blending Crease Brush. So this just is a bit taller kind of blending brush. It's one of those brushes that it's fluffy but also kind of stiff. So these are really good for when you kind of got to pinpoint a little bit of color, but you also don't want it to be too intense or too much of a line, and you want to buff it out just ever so slightly. These are really good brushes for that. Lastly, I got the C513s. So these are actually the exact brushes that I have in my kit right now, and I love them. This is a pencil brush, so this is really, really good for placing very specific color on your eyes. Maybe a little smoky liner on the bottom, smoking it out on the top, but these are just really good placement brushes. So that completes this brush haul. I figured this would be a great video because one, I'm trying to save you guys money because when I tell you I did hours of research, hardcore, before I placed these orders, I'm not kidding. I went across probably half a dozen different websites. I narrowed it down to these three, and then I did further research to make sure that they were the types that I was looking for. So you can save some money. When I when I tell you I probably saved at least several $100s by taking the time to do research, I'm not joking. And right now, every penny truly counts. So these are great brushes, great bang for your buck. You definitely do not have to buy super expensive brushes for them to work. You just have to get the right ones that work for you. So, anyways, I hope that was helpful, but definitely keep in mind that crown brush and Morphe tidbit. I was shocked when I saw that. It just further goes to confirm that, yes, makeup companies, brush companies, a lot of them are the same. Now that I have officially hauled all those, I can finally go wash them all. Because that's another fun fact. When you get any new brushes, make sure you give them a nice deep clean before you use them, because they kind of have powder and residue from manufacturing on them, so you just don't want any of that gunk on you. Let me know if this video was helpful. Let me know some of your favorite brush sites. I'm always open to hearing more, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.